Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Midnight North Origin Story.
We're joined today by Three Quarters of Midnight North, who have a new album coming out, Diamonds in the Zodiac, or new album out, Diamonds in the
Yeah,
Zodiac. How are you guys doing today?
doing good. Thanks for having us, Kevin.
Very nice. So, why don't we just jump in with an origin story? How'd you guys get together?
Let's see. The band is 13 years old now. Um, no, sorry, not 13. I did my math wrong. 11. Um, it's been a long week for us as well, as I'm sure we'll tell you about. But yeah, we Elliott and Connor, our bass player, who's not on this call, we met um, in the Bay Area in San Francisco, and we started jamming right around the same time that my folks' music venue Terrapin Crossroads opened. So that was kind of our origin story, and we met Nathan a few years after that. I met Nathan at a gig in Philly where he lives, and then like a couple months later we needed a drummer for a Midnight North well, it started off as one show and then turned into a whole tour, and then Nathan's been in the band since then. I'm sure I missed some fun stories, you guys, but that's the cliff notes.
That's the clip notes. Anything either one of you want to add?
No, just that, Nathan was playing with John Kadlicek the night we saw him, and it was a great show, and we were all kind of wowed by his drumming. And when Graham called and said, Nathan, you want to get in the van with us for a month? He didn't know who we were or anything, and he said, sure. And we were like, all right, this guy's
No,
in.
So how many albums are we in now?
5.
5.
Yeah.
5 studio records,
Just,
and then we do a
yeah,
lot of
5
live
studio
releases as well.
Right. Now, is this Bandcamp live releases, or you have another imprint?
I think they've been. I mean, most of our stuff is available on Bandcamp, but we have self-released two live records and put one of them out on Americana Vibes, who has released our last 2 studio records as well. We have Live at Terrapin Crossroads, which is a collection from kind of our early days, actually, when we would play all the time in the Terrapin Crossroads bar. And then we have 2, we call them selections from albums. One is from the Great American Music Hall, and one is from Levon Helm Studios. And the Levon Helm Studios one is the Americana Vibes release, and that is a really great way to lead into our new record, of course, because before we started recording, we were talking about how Amy Helm is the producer for our new record, Diamonds in the Zodiac, and we've spent a lot of time at the barn at Levon Helm Studios. So, yeah, it's all connected.
Let's break it up into pre and post COVID, because obviously this is the most important thing that happened to any of our lives. How did it affect the band? What happened when you hit that? You were what, 7, 8 years in at that point?
Yeah, we were just
Yeah.
actually had finished the sessions for our previous studio record. There's always a story. We'd just come off of a great couple of weeks in the studio, and we're kind of finishing touches on that when COVID hit, and yeah, that kind of put a pause button on everything, but we did finish it, kind of even remotely. We figured things out. We finished those last harmonies and, got it together, and still were able to get it out and release the following summer. But obviously the touring kind of
Yeah.
was spotty.
Now, we've heard from a lot of bands, they went, did more studio stuff, practiced their instruments, rediscovered things, not having to be on the road, not having the constant grind there. Did you find any of that?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Nathan, you sound like you're about to say something.
Absolutely. I played a lot of guitar. I started singing a lot. We didn't have our normal outlet. I was writing a lot of music.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was the world was crumbling around us with COVID, but it was kind of nice to not have to be sleeping in hotel rooms and cramming in vans and taking flights. And so it was nice to be home. And we have these phones and these apps where we were still talking to each other every week and meeting each other and sharing music. So it was a interesting time, but we made the best of it, I would say.
For that last record, we also, all of our musician friends were also in the same boat. And so everyone was trying to set up their home studios, which I don't have right now. I'm using AirPods, but, here's the microphone that I put so much music through in those couple years. Everyone else had that. So we had all our friends be on this record. It's just like, hey, you want to lay down a guitar solo? And everyone's like, well, yeah, I'm free. So
I guess the new album, you didn't get to road test the songs, right?
I think that was more of a choice for a lot of them. We first played a bunch of them in the kind of weeks leading up to the release, just like a month ago. And there's definitely some songs we wanted to hold back, but we've been playing a few of the other ones all year. We recorded all this in October of 2022 and January of 2023. And that was basically it. Unlike the last one where it was, we were 95% of the way done when COVID hit, but we were slowly adding everything else for the next couple months after that. But yeah, this one, we just kind of we were done when the session was over. And then it was, how do we dole out the new material, I think.
How do you know when a song's done?
When you have to put it out.
Deadline.
I mean,
when you run out of money to hire more people to put cool things on it.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. All right, let's dive into this out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just this is part of it too, but we have a song on here that is on a previous album, Back to California, in a totally different form. So that's a song that was finished at one point, and then we stopped playing it for a while and brought it back in kind of a totally new form, and now it's on this record. So you never know when it's when a song is done. It can come back in
Is a song ever really done?
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.